problems acquiring a UK work permit are threatening to scupper West Bromwich Albion's pursuit of Brazilian Josef de Souza. Tony Pulis is keen to bring in a central midfielder before the transfer window shuts on Thursday and has identified Fenerbahce's de Souza as a top target. The £10 million rated Brazilian international does not hold an EU passport and so a work permit is required for him to compete in the Premier League. But the Baggies are struggling to get the documentation sanctioned by authorities in Turkey. The remaining transfer issues West Brom must resolve, and with the deadline now just 3 days away, Albion are fast running out of time to complete the transfer. De Souza is a 6'2" defensive midfielder who can also fill in at right back. Also known as Souza, the 28-year-old was only used as an 89th-minute substitute in the weekend win at Glensaberligi after starting Fenerbahce's first 2 matches. Capped 3 times by Brazil, he has scored 10 goals in 94 games since joining the Turkish side from Brazilian club São Paulo in 2015. Out Fox Leicester City have renewed their efforts to sign Jonny Evans with a fresh £21 million bid, which has been rejected by Albion. The Foxes have upped the ante considerable after failing with a £10 million offer in June. But the 2016 Premier League champions are still some way short of Albion's valuation. Only an advance closer to £30 million would make West Brom consider selling, and even then a replacement would need to have been lined up beforehand. Manchester City are continuing to monitor the situation with Evans, who missed yesterday's 11 draw with Stoke City with a hamstring injury. But Pep Guardiola is yet to return, having had an initial £18 million bid rejected earlier this month. City are in a far stronger position. They clearly have the financial firepower to reach West Brom's valuation, which could then be used to fund a club record move for Liverpool's Mamadou Sakho. Gone talented teenager Jonathan Leko has joined Championship side Bristol City on loan for the rest of the season. Leko, who is currently with England under-19s for the double-header against Poland and Germany, is the 9th Albion player to go out on loan. And there could be more to follow, with Tony Pulis eager to secure loan moves for Sam Field, Kane Wilson and Ricky Maharpa. We need to get Jonathan out playing league football, and at championship level this is a great opportunity for him, Pulis said. Oliver Burke's £15 million arrival from RB Leipzig last week has freed up Leko to further his footballing education and gain valuable first-team action away from the Hawthorns. One of Albion's brightest players in pre-season, Bristol City may well have got wind of Leko's talents after his dazzling cameo in a friendly at Bristol Rovers last month. "We are always on the lookout for quality, and Jonathan has that," Robins boss Lee Johnson said. Alan impressed. Alan Yom knows just how good new signing Oliver Burke really is, having struggled to contain him when the winger was only 18. Burke made his Albion debut as a late substitute in the Hawthorns' draw with Stoke on Sunday. The 20-year-old Scot took up a position on the right wing, just ahead of Nyom. But it wasn't the first time Nyom had seen Burke up close and personal during a match. The pair locked horns in an FA Cup match in January 2016 when Nyom was with Watford and Burke at Nottingham Forest. "I played against him with Watford. He was a very good player," Nyom said. "He's very quick technically, he's good and has good movement. I think he can help the team a lot to get points and good results." Call-up James Morrison has been handed a late call-up to the Scotland squad for the World Cup qualifiers against Lithuania and Malta. Gordon Strachan did not originally select Morrison because the 31-year-old had not yet returned to action for the Baggies when the Scotland squad was announced last week. Morrison was a surprise starter in the Carabao Cup win at Accrington last Tuesday, having only just recovered from a knee injury. An injury sustained playing in Scotland's 22 draw with England in June, which subsequently ruled him out of Albion's entire pre-season programme. After an excellent performance at Accrington, he was retained in the starting lineup for yesterday's Premier League draw with Stoke City. His early return from injury and fine form, coupled with Tom Cairney's late withdrawal, prompted Strachan to call on the experienced playmaker. The Tartan Army are 4th in World Cup qualifying Group F, 6 points leaders England and 4 adrift of Slovakia, who occupy the playoff spot in second. Scotland face Lithuania in Vilnius on Friday before hosting Malta at Hampden Park on Monday.